What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Mern. Today we're going to talk about whether or not Baal, Raiden Shogun, should be C2'd, which I think that this is a conversation a lot of people have with mainly whales, but Raiden Shogun's actually the first. There we go. So she's like the first of the Archons that she has some pretty significant value. However, she does have a high cost involved to get it as a main DPS unit. Not very many abilities in the game allow you to be able to ignore defense, and so that is why this is such a huge constellation for people to get. And let alone her C1 is actually very good too, which will allow her to gather resolve faster. If you have electro characters, this is kind of giving you a reason to make a mono element team with electro. But essentially this is going to only help that resolve be gained, which is going to increase the rotation speed, which will allow you to deal more DPS. So C2 definitely increases her usability as a battery, but also DPS unit. Now, the reason that I would ask, and I think the thing people aren't talking about in their videos, is the units that are available in the Wish, right? So the thing is that let's say you're starting out in this game for whatever reason, you're year one, heard about this game, you've been denying it all this time, and now you decide to come in. This is a fantastic banner because Xiangling is a free-to-play unit. You can cap her out. Animo is an extremely important element in the team your team comps, and at this stage, the only free-to-play option you're going to have is going to be main character. Sucrose is an amazing character, especially with the buffs that they gave Elemental Mastery, and that being her kit base. Plus, she uses sacrificial fragments as one of her main her main weapon as like best in slot, which is extremely accessible through the gacha. And I want to say it's right here. Is that? No, that's Witsit. So, I mean, regardless, it'll come back at some point. So, Sucrose is incredible, though. I actually haven't had her built up fully. And with sacrificial fragments, though, you can really turn her into just a machine for the rest of your team and increase their elemental mastery, which will only increase their DPS. And that's why she was used in so many of the Bennett exploits for, over 100k damage with most of these units, is because her elemental mastery buffed the rest of them. And so she's an incredible unit and a fantastic one to have for characters who don't really have any 5 stars that are animo, like Kazuha or Venti. For whatever reason, if you don't have them, I mean, at this point, if you do have a bunch of them, I would say that she's probably not as usable in those comps, but she could still find usability with them. I personally use Kazuha and Venti in both my comps, but I have her C5 now. I only had her C2 or C3 before this banner. And then we have the new character, Sara, who she's an incredible battery, just like Bennett. And so for me, she's one of the units that I would also want to cap out. And the reason for that is so that you can kind of use her with other teams that you wouldn't use Bennett in to increase the attack damage of your team comp, but also kind of have the electro element to create a bunch of different elemental reactions with your team. And I enjoy it a lot. So I would say that if you are looking at this banner in terms of C2ing Shogun, I would definitely look at the banner to see which of these characters you have C6. The only time I've ever really looked at whether or not adding constellations are worthwhile is going to be with units that are absolutely insane and ones that are going to be usable no matter what. And the best way to look at this is thinking about the weapon banner. So these weapons, right? Weapons have the biggest longevity in the game in terms of how you're going to be able to use them with your comps. So like the Unforged, right? A lot of people are saying it's better to C2 Baal versus getting the Unforged Engulf Lightning because of the amount of pulls it would take to be required to get it, because you have the epitomized path. And so you're basically at the expense of having to hit pity 3 times to be able to guarantee this weapon. Whereas with Baal, you have the 50-50 and then you have the guarantee on her pull. And so for damage, yes, but the thing is that if you C2 Baal, you're only improving the teams that you have her in. Whereas the weapon, you could switch that around to different characters and you could utilize that with different characters. And energy recharge is a huge mechanic in this game. So, I mean, this having energy recharge and some damage increase elements to the passive, it's a really good option to have. And I would say that this is one of the really good ones. And I don't think you can really go wrong with how many weapons you can have in this game if you really don't want to look at having to switch around your artifacts, switch around your weapons every time you build a team comp, especially with like this content. potentially any other content, I think it's annoying to have to switch that stuff around. So if you need more to your arsenal, that would be one thing to consider. However, it's to cap her, but overall, taking all this into consideration, the best thing that I would say is that C0ing, just getting the character is always, I would consider the best option. But if you're going to C2 any character, I mean, Raiden Shogun would be a really good pick to start that off with. It is more of a whale decision for people to do. Obviously, getting her in itself is still going to be effective enough. I mean, the other things are just going to add damage and add the rotation, which right now in the game is completely unnecessary. It's just additional. The reason that I would want to continue summoning and potentially get that is for the 4-star units and to make sure that they're capped out so that I have more characters to cap out and to utilize in rotations for when content changes and I need those characters, or I want to build something different and I'd like to just kind of shake it up a little bit. It can be fun to try out new comps. And with this game, it's just really about the individual adventure. So for me, it's about kind of capitalizing on this space right here versus looking so much at the 5-star unit. Obviously, she's worthwhile. So if you do end up getting her a second time, it's worth it. If you ended up getting the 50-50 chance, I've even went for Yoimiya just to get her because I wanted Sayu. I didn't get Sayu. I didn't get Yoimiya. I ended up getting a Mona, and then I just kept it because I knew I wanted Bao. And that was a decision that I made at that point. So for me, I had a ton of summons saved up. They were all free to play summons besides, I think, like the battle pass. And so that was the decision that I went with. But since I had more of a guarantee, I think I summoned another like 40 before I quit and just waited for this banner to show up. So I would say that it's definitely a very good banner. This is definitely a banner that if you get the character early on, or if you end up getting the character the first time and you don't have all the 4 stars, I'd still recommend shooting for it until you at least cap them out. Getting even C1 on Raiden Shogun would be worth it. So I'm actually going to go ahead and do a couple pulls here. But I do not do pulls. Never have, never will. I'm just a big fan of singles. So, and I think I'm at, let's take a look here. So I already got Raiden Shogun. Let's see. So I'm on the 50-50 at this point. I summoned a little bit earlier. So what is that? 8. So 8 times 6 is what? 48, 49, 50. So that was like number 52, basically. So I will probably end up just going until I get a gold. Just to see what we get. My goal, though, is I actually haven't gotten very lucky on Sara. That's like the one thing that I have not gotten lucky on. But my Sucrose is almost capped out. She is now C5, so that is kind of where I'm looking out here. Come on. Sara. So now I think she'll be C2. Which, I mean, definitely C6 is the goal with these characters, but I'm totally okay with that. Okay, see, there's some luck there. No, I don't know if I'd consider that luck, but still a 4-star. Can't go wrong with the odds there. Now, I would also say, too, I definitely don't encourage people to spend money that they don't have on this game. That's something that I felt like was extremely toxic about gacha games that was really hard to get over. I've seen some of these freaking content creators out there posting like 1,000 summons, which is just absolutely nuts. Definitely take care of yourself first at the end of the day, but I've been playing Genshin since the beginning, and I know I've put a lot of money into the game at the beginning, so I actually ended up stopping that for a while. This is the first time I've actually spent money in the game, like higher than just the normal stuff. So, and that's just because they brought back like the double the value in terms of your money spent. So to me, that's kind of where the worth is there. Now I've done 16. So how many? Those 17 since I've done that. 51. So that's 68. Yeah. Wow. We're getting close to 50. 69. I think 75 actually. And there's C6 Sucrose. Now, this is another thing too. So now with Sucrose, she's going to be C6. Now, in some banners, since I have both Xiangling and Sucrose, more than half of the units C6'd, I may stop. Some people would continue to get the additional summons because they would be able to get the 5-star glitter since they haven't capped out, and that would allow them to get another free summon out of it. I look at it a little differently in terms of trying to obviously keep the most value for what you put into the game and what you in the limited amount of summoning you have. So at the point where you have 2 of the 3 characters, it's definitely not worth it in my opinion. You're better off waiting until the character returns into the banner. I mean, we've had Sucrose, I think this is the 3rd or 4th time she's showed up. And so most people probably already have her capped. I don't know why I never got lucky with her, but I would say that this would be the point that I would stop. I'm just going to go for the pity just for the sake of it. I think that's 72. It's 20, no, 71. Soft pity, I think, is at 75 on these banners. It's like 15 below what the actual pity is. Or damn, there's Sucrose. 75. Now, most people will actually do a 10 pull up until 75. I am always single because I have actually gotten back-to-back on him before. So, I don't know, I just trust in it. I guess that's just my my 2 cents on it. It is slower, but I enjoy it. I think it kind of feeds that, feeds the sickness a little bit more. I think I've only actually hit hard pity once though, so I've been very fortunate in that space. I think that is 81. Or, yeah, and there we go. Let's see what happens. Battle number 2. Hey, you know what? That is definitely, I can't complain about that. So, that is awesome. Hell yeah. That is good stuff. Congrats. Thank you, Helen. I appreciate it. Welcome back. Oh no, Karma. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I don't know who you are. Let's get that C6 Sucrose. This is actually huge. I mean, all of Sucrose's non-damage increase or skill increase ones are really, really like her C1 or C2 or C4 and her C6 are just all pretty nuts. This one gains, and well, you know, I'd kind of planned to do the summon, so I'm just going to go ahead and do it. I don't care. Oh, hey, you know what? I'm good with that too. Hey, another Sara. You know what? To be honest with you, that's extremely lucky. 2 Baals back to back, plus this, like, 4 Saras. I cannot be disappointed with that at all. How are you doing tonight, Helen? How is things? You've been playing recently? That is so big, though. I'm so glad that I got another Sara, because that's actually what I wanted. That is actually the big fear about risking this, because once you've camped out those 2 characters... Whew, come on, another Sara. And we got another one of those. Let's do this. I'm doing good. I suppose the grind is slow. Yes. Yes, the grind is definitely very slow. Have you done the fishing event stuff? I feel like the fishing event has really created some positive hype in the community. I personally think it's cool. I like it a lot. Come on. Come on. Come on. Give me Sara. Ooh. Dude, I watched, I don't remember who it was. I think it was Explice or something like that. Did like, oh, nice job. Sucrose. It's like 1,000 summons on this banner. That just, it made my stomach curl just thinking about that. And people just ate it up, you know? Like, they're like, oh, you're going to get cheat sheets. It's like, dude, it doesn't matter. You have 1,000 summons. Like, you get cheat sheet every time on the off pull. Like, still, man, like, still got 1,000, dude. Ended up getting a double pull Baal on the beginning. It was crazy. Come on. I don't know how many summons we're at right now, but it's okay. Oh, come. We're getting kind of slower rates on the 4-star pulls too. Come on, Sara. Yes. Hey, I am extremely okay with that. Damn whales or leviathans, huh? Yeah, those are like next level shit, whales. That is definitely like leviathans for sure. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, I'm comfortable in my life, but like that amount, I just can't, like, it just makes me sick to think about. Like, there's just everything going on in the world. I mean, even spending some of the money I've spent in this game myself, I definitely, oh, I could have done something better with it for sure. But sometimes you gotta do some things for the mental health and shit too. I mean, obviously people putting money into a game's probably not for that, but I mean, you do you, boo boo, you do you. It'd be crazy though if I did get another Baal or whatever on this. Oh, yes, C5? Dude, even if I walk away with a C6 Sara, I would be so happy. I would be totally okay. I would be like, I mean, that exceeds my expectation. Because I would actually consider this like a very successful summon session. I mean, people can spend money, but don't go broke. Yeah, 100%. I agree with that. 100%. Oh, whoops. Got a little hasty there. I'm gonna have to like confirm the conversion every time, which is annoying. Come on. Give me Sara. Come on over, baby. I mean, to be honest with you, I actually don't know how many more pulls I had after I got it that second time. So... oh, it hurts. It hurts. The sacrificial longsword was at 4-star. Could have been Sara. Still could be, actually. And I still have to do the Abyss this time around. I feel like I've been super lazy about the Abyss lately, but still gotta do the Abyss. Still gotta do the event. I haven't done the event at all. I've been so lazy on doing the events lately. Last one. Ta-da! Blue stars. It's okay. It's okay, guys. I mean, I'm just really upset about it, but it's fine. But hey, you know what, though? Out of however many the big pack gives you, it's like K gems or 18K gems? I don't know. I mean, I'm definitely happy. I got, like, well, actually, you know what? I do actually have. I honestly don't. Every month, I don't remember the last time I got one from. Sorry, guys. Gonna see what happens. Give me Sara. If we get another Sara, I'll just quit right there. Be okay with it. I feel like we're getting close to another pity at this point. I feel like I've hit this button way too many. At least you got mini Sara. Yeah, no, I'm very happy. Oh. Oh, Xiangling, what are you doing, girl? Get out of here.
Yes, we can.
You were so 2020, girl. We had you capped out first thing. Driving me nuts. You're driving me nuts. Got 3 more. Come on, bring it home, Sara. Bring it home. You want to come home. I know you do. Come on, just give me a purple. Give me some good Luxies. Oh, it's okay. Not today, guys. Not today. Well, we've done a F-ton of pulls tonight, but that's okay. So, I mean, when I started this, we were at 51. I think we ended up hitting her at a disgusting amount. I think it was like 84 or something like that. It's really close to pity this time around. But it's okay because we ended up getting her on the 50-50 first time, and we've done quite a few since then. I want to say we had like 9K left or something, which, I mean, I did like even 9,500, 60. That's still like 60 pulls, you know? I mean, that's a lot. So, I mean, we're getting close up there again. I could either just keep it where it's at, wait for the next one, or we could get LC2. So, I don't know. I'm okay with where we're at right now. I'm not super. I've been wanting Baal. Don't get me wrong. Baal was like the one character I was like, dude, I gotta get her. And I've been such a fan of Electro in this game because it's been such an underutilized class. Because I mean, obviously the game is favored the pyro element and the way that its transactions with every other element basically seems to be overpowered. So I think that it's really nice that they're trying to make different ways of making Electro better. And I think that making it unique to what they're doing. So I am excited. You activated, girl. Activate, activate, activate jump drive. God, we just need one more though. One more. If we can get this, this is gonna be huge. Huge mungus. Okay? And it would be so cool. Like man, I want an electro healer. They better bring an electro healer. Because if they do, man, that's gonna be poggers. Mihoyo keeps releasing Pyro for the ride. I appreciate all of you. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope that helps you make a decision for yourself on which characters you want. I think that Baal is definitely an amazing character. I've been waiting for her for since we saw the reveal of her. The next one that I'm excited about is actually going to be the 4-star units that we see coming forward. So hoping to see some good ones. But yeah, just wanted to thank you guys again, and I'll see you guys in the next